Matt Chatham, welcome back, my friend. Here for some Week 5 quick hits. You ready for this?
I am.
Let's get it on. And let's start in the nation's capital. Another defining chapter here in Alex Smith's comeback story. How'd you feel watching the 36-year-old quarterback take the field nearly 2 years after suffering that gruesome, life-threatening leg injury?
Nervous for him, Emerson. I think a lot of players, a lot of guys on social media, guys that I'm friends with from other teams, a lot of the same sentiment. It's nerve-wracking. You know, most guys know what it's like to go through one major.
And that's his family right there watching him.
Yes, families in the stands. Death was sort of on the table here. I mean, it was scary stuff. To go back and do this particular sport, man, there was hat tips all around the country.
Leg held up. He was sacked 6 times by the Rams, by the way, in a 30-10 loss. As for the Raiders here, dude, double-digit dogs on the road in Kansas City, and they are who we thought they were. Nearly losing to the Chargers, a starting quarterback away from losing to the Patriots. How overrated are these guys, the Chiefs?
I think we do this every year, Emerson, at least in non-Patriot years. They were the champs last year. The presumption is that they're now going to be the champs again, and they're going to win 4 or 5 of these, right? This was a good team, but a year ago, they didn't blow through the schedule. They didn't. They had some lulls. They were an okay team. They got really hot late, and they've got an exciting offense. But they won their championship because they played really good D. I'm playing that good a D right now. Right now, they're a good team, but that is a flawed team. And as you mentioned, they could have lost the Pats. They just lost pretty handily at home to a Raiders team that the Patriots were significantly better than in their own backyard. So I think it's up in the air of the AFC right now. We'll see how it goes.
All right, 3 touchdowns for Derek Carr in a Vegas victory, 40-32. 4 touchdowns by rookie Chase Claypool here, propelling the Steelers to a 38-29 victory over the Eagles. It was extremely impressive, but how crazy is it to think that it's been since the 70s that the Steelers have been 4-0? Like, that's mind-boggling to me.
It's one of those stats where I go, liar, that can't be true, but it is. It's crazy. Like, you wouldn't even believe that that was a thing. But no, the Steelers, I actually kind of think of the Steelers as a fast-starting team. So that did kind of blow my mind. But again, back from where they were a year ago, I think they were a little off the page. You know, they were a little on the fringes of sort of the AFC competition. I think they're back and they're a legitimate contender once again.
First Steeler to visit the end zone 4 times since Roy Jefferson back in 1968. Okay, can't read much into beating the Jaguars these days. Everyone is doing it, but first win of the post-Bill O'Brien era for the Texans. Deshaun Watson saying, hell yeah, keep stacking them up. Do you think they actually do?
I can't say that, but I'm telling you, there is no greater man in the NFL, and you can go around to many, many rosters in the league that have crossed paths with this guy that would rather have anyone other than Romeo Crennel guide the ship in a bad situation. He's been through some of the worst. He's a very steadying presence. He's a great guy. Everyone loves him, will play for him. So he's unfortunately got stuck with pretty much 3 bad spots there with the Brown situation, KC, and then now here. But I think he really showed his mettle today by having those guys ready to go in a tough week. How many more they'll win, I can't tell you that, but these are never easy situations. You'd love to have Rat guide you when you're in them.
I think he's 3-1 now as the interim head coach, but also busted a move after the club's 30-14 win over Jacksonville, my friend. How often did you see this when he was coaching up the Patriots back in your playing days?
Well, you got to recall, we won a lot of games, Emerson. We won a lot of games, a lot of Super Bowl parties.
So a lot of dancing is what you're telling me.
There's been a good amount of dancing, yes.
All right, out in San Francisco, what's up with Jimmy G, dude? Benched at halftime after going 7 of 17 for 77 yards and 2 picks against Miami in the first half. This is not great, Matty.
Oddly enough, I kind of took the opposite angle when I was watching this game. I was under the impression that Miami had kind of a dud on week 1, but that we shouldn't just forget about them. I thought San Francisco's roster is a hot mess. Those guys are as banged up as any of the 32. They really got nailed.
Yeah, and Jimmy G is coming back from that ankle injury. I'll give him that.
Exactly. But I just thought this was, for me, almost more of a story about Miami and that, hey, don't forget about them. I know we're kind of obsessed with what's going on with Buffalo in the division right now, and Jets have kind of fallen off the face of the earth. But I think Miami is plucky, and there's something there, the offensive performance, without having to transition to Tua, and they're still putting up those kind of numbers against a pretty solid defense. That says something.
Jimmy G is the worst handsome quarterback in the league. Mark the tape. And in Dallas here, guys, Dak Prescott suffering a nasty ankle injury against the Giants. reportedly having surgery immediately, Matt. A guy's playing on the franchise tag. This is why guys hold out, isn't it?
So, yeah, this everyone's mind that is playing now or used to play went right there. It's the security. He doesn't have it, right? So what you pray is that he gets back quick and healthy, but the one thing we can never guarantee in this league is what you'll be the next time. And when he's back to the negotiating table, how do they handle him? Do they say, well, we'll do this new contract as if you're a healthy guy for the next 5 or 6 years? Or are they going to make him go through that scenario again where he's got to prove himself for another year? That's tough. And sometimes that's all that's going to be, sort of the best thing before you. So this sucks, man. As soon as he went down, you heard guys around the league cringe because that's the situation you try to avoid. But it's this game, unfortunately.
Well, Dallas with a late field goal and picks up its second win. Now, all of a sudden, first place in the NFC least, and the Giants remain winless. Matt Chatham dropping that quick hits knowledge on us. We'll talk to you later this week, my friend.
Sounds good. See you, bud.